we do the welcoming each other. We come back, we'll sing the last verse of Just As Long As I Have Breath.
And we connect.
And then
we share our true promise to our planet. The words are in your word of worship. We do this together. You talk.
And then I'll have Allegra come up.
Yep.
And then we sing. And then the children, sorry, that's broken up there. I always try to put it on the same page because otherwise I think it's confusing. But anyway, offering.
Okay.
And then I'll do the gratitude. And then I introduce this.
And then by this point, Kelly is here.
I'm going to have Kelly and Allegra come up during the offertory.
Okay.
So Kelly will be sitting here. So Allegra will start from the pulpit, and then Kelly will be here. And then I gave you a short one.
Yeah.
Come into our house of hope and love, of peace and justice, of wholeness and healing. Come in where we welcome the certain and the seeking, the long-timers and the newcomers, the beloved and the brokenhearted. All of you can find a home here at Throop, where we go love the world from the heart of Pasadena and from the heart of our homes. Hello to all of our friends joining us on live stream. And it looks like we have an extra special live stream team today. Thank you for serving in that capacity. I love it. February is our last month of our winter liturgical season. Spring, it's right around the corner. Can you feel it outside, you all? It is. Things are blooming and blossoming, and it is inviting us to let our curiosity awaken to all that is in the world. And today, our curiosity leads us into exploring wisdom from womanist thinkers, partly in honor of Black History Month, partly because they've got a lot to teach us. And for ways to continue your connections here at Throop, I have 3 I'm lifting up in the days to come. One will take place right after worship. If you're new to Throop and you've been longing to find out more about this incredible, amazing community and how to get connected, we have our newcomers social hosted by the member engagement team. It's right after worship. It's in the meeting room right off of Throop Hall through those doors in the back, and a lovely light lunch will be served. Your second way to be connected to community is there is a class I am teaching called Curiosity About Theology. It's taking place the 4 Wednesdays of February from 5 until 6:30. Still time for you to either go to social hours somewhere or get a nice, yummy dinner for yourself. And the third is our meditation group is meeting next Sunday at 10 a.m., a beautiful way to become centered and connected before worship. And I think we're also offering childcare for the 10 a.m. meditation group. Finally, if you're new to Throop and you want to stay in touch, there is a sign-up sheet in the back. There's also an info card in the pew back in front of you. Fill that out, and I promise you, someone's gonna reach out and welcome you into this amazing community. And every Sunday, we're reminded that each one of us is a light in the world, and the flame from our chalice symbolizes and reflects that light.
Our time together in worship is intimately connected with our daily lives. As a symbol of that connection, we light our chalice with the flame from our candles of prayer and healing. This morning, as we witness womanist wisdom, let us know that we who believe in freedom, knowledge, goodness, and speaking truth cannot rest until those things come and are made real. We light the second candle to honor the people and ancestors whose lands we now occupy. The land under and around Throop is the unceded land of the Gabrielino Tongva Band of Mission Indian people. May this knowledge and awareness lead us into dismantling systems of supremacies and oppressions. And we light a third candle symbolizing our watershed, the Arroyo Seco. May their waters continue to nourish life in our communities. We take a moment of silence, holding all of these in our hearts.
We've held so much in our hearts the past few weeks, and I know sometimes as we're holding all of what is going on in the world, it can be hard to find our yes. And we come together every Sunday and we're reminded that
part of how we live out our faith in the world is by saying yes to love and truth. And I invite you all to rise and sing out our opening hymn. It's number 6, Just as Long as I Have Breath.
Just as long as I have breath, I must answer yes to life. For with pain I made my way, still with hope I meet each day. If they ask what I did well, tell them I said yes to life. Just as long as vision lasts, I must answer yes to truth. In my dreams and in my dark, always that elusive spark. If they ask what I did well, tell them I said yes to truth.
Take a moment, turn to your neighbor, and welcome them into worship.
I love you, Kelly. I love you.
Just as long as my heart beats, I must answer yes to love. Disappointment pierced me through, still I kept on loving you. If they asked what I did best, tell them I said yes to love. If they asked
Okay, so at this time we're going to do our promise to the planet. Please join me. As members of the family of living beings on earth, we are guided by the Unitarian Universalist principles of respect for the interdependent web of all existence of which we are a part. With hearts filled with love for it, eyes nurtured by its beauty, and minds ruminating on ways to protect its sacred and scarce resources, we promise to nurture the well-being of all life and of the planet itself.
The last couple of months in worship, you've been encouraged and reminded to sink into the winter season. Don't do too much. Let it be a time of spirit ember, as we call it here sometimes. Go deep, rest, reflect. And spring is not too many weeks away now. Today it feels like spring is here in force, but in my own mind and heart, I'm still solidly in that particular Southern California season that I call winter spring. This morning, I've asked Allegra to lead us in some gentle yoga body movement. We're not necessarily ready to fully awaken everything into spring, not just yet, but to find places in our bodies that are feeling the energy to start to re-emerge. And so, Allegra, I hand it to you.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. So this morning I'm excited to use my burgeoning yoga teacher skills that are kind of still in their infancy to lead all of you in some heart-opening poses. So heart-opening poses help to strengthen our backs, stretch the really tight muscles in our chests. I know that for myself, I spend a lot of time at the computer, so this is really helpful for me just physically. And then emotionally and spiritually, heart-opening poses help us to kind of unblock our emotions and be able to be ready to move forward. So these poses can be done sitting or standing. I would definitely welcome folks to stand if that feels comfortable to you today. And maybe spread out a little bit in the pews if you're sitting right next to someone. And yeah, this is great. And so we'll start with what we call mountain pose, what's called mountain pose. So we'll have our feet about hips width apart and try to kind of feel all 10 toes and your heels really grounded into the earth. And from here, we will, on an inhale, lift our arms up overhead. And let's just keep them here for an exhale. We'll inhale again, and on our next exhale, we'll bring our arms into a cactus shape. Do another inhale and exhale here at your own pace. And then I'll invite you to kind of think about keeping your shoulders down. Sometimes our shoulders creep up. Keep our shoulders down and our chests open. And then if it's comfortable for you, you can inhale again, and on your next exhale, take a slight back bend. So you're going to shine your heart forward, lift your chin up a little bit to the sky. And since we've got our cactus arms, we can envision that we are saguaro cactuses on that long road to Arizona. And we'll take another round of breath here. Inhale. Exhale. And one more. Inhale. And on our exhale, let's bring our hands down to our hips, to our waist, wherever feels comfortable. You can kind of have an open clasp, open hand, or you can use the back of your hand or like a fist shape. And here we are going to do a little bit of cat-cow. So we have moved from the open desert to a little oasis. And we find in the oasis, we find one cat and one cow. And so we're going to move with the cat and the cow in a standing or seated position. And so from here, we will, on an inhale, we will bring our our elbows back a little bit, just however much is comfortable, right? And so this is the cow position. We'll bring our chin up just a little, keeping our shoulders down, kind of letting our shoulder blades sort of melt down our backs. And then we can mind your lower back, so don't overextend, but we can stick our bellies out just a little bit, bring our bottoms back to get a nice curve and a nice stretch in the chest and the back. And then on an exhale, we can curve forward, bring our elbows forward, or if you like more movement, you can bring your arms out in front of you, right? And there's a little bit of debate about whether we should inhale or exhale on the cat position, right? We're curving our spine like we're hugging a beach ball here. And so I say do what you want. So whether it feels good to inhale or exhale on this next cow, let's pull our arms back, straighten our backs, and curve back however much feels comfortable to you. And then let's just move through that a couple more times, just at your own pace. Inhaling with one movement and exhaling with the other movement. And on your next inhale, I'd invite you to bring your arms back up high here in mountain pose. Tall mountain pose, we have our palms facing each other. And we can, on our next exhale, bring our arms down by our sides. And let's do 2 more rounds of breath here. Let's do an inhale and then an audible exhale. And 1 more. Now we're ready. Our hearts are open.
Good. Thank you.
And we continue that rhythm of inhale and exhale with the hymn Meditation on Breathing. It's number 1009 in the Teal hymnal. It comes in parts. You'll hear the choir in parts. And join in on the part that helps you open your heart to yourself and to the world. Sunday in our Kids Dig In program, they are led into ways to open their hearts to themselves and to the world. Our practice is to sing them into that program, and you'll find the lyrics in your order of worship. For you shall go out in joy, for you shall go out in joy, and come back in peace, and come back in peace. For you shall go out in joy, for you shall go out in joy, and come back in peace, and come back in peace. Blessed be.
This church is our church. We support it through our gifts of time, our gifts of talent, and our gifts of treasure. We pause each week in worship for a moment of financial generosity and ask you to make a donation to Throop. You can give online, the directions are in the order of worship, or place your gift in the offering plate. If you are a first-time visitor, please let the offering plate pass you by. Thank you for supporting our life together. The offering will now be gratefully received.
Faith of metaphor and mystery, Christ of paradox and pun, sure foundation, revelation, many facets of the one, sacred found in the familiar phase of moon and blazing sun. God of living, dying, rising, godless maiden, mother crone, the word of sages, rock of ages, love transforming hearts of stone, meaning made in the familiar, spirit, body, breath, and bone. Passover and visitation, parable and playful jest, seeking, finding, losing, binding, exodus and hero's quest, sacrament of the familiar, open door and welcome guest. Life in all its many stages, sense and senses, heart and head, meditation, celebration, hope anew arisen from the dead, meaning found in the familiar, making peace and breaking bread.
Each month, we invite you to share resources with Friends Indeed Food Pantry. We ask you to bring in non-perishable grocery items on the second Sunday of the month, and that's next Sunday. And this month, they had quite a long list of what their clients really need to find in their own kitchens. And Rachel has put together a basket and a list of those items. It's at the back of the sanctuary. So we invite you to take a look at that after worship, and we'll also have it in our Thursday tidings and next Sunday's worship announcement. And in a spirit of deep gratitude, we lift up those supporting today's worship service. I would like to thank Ripley and Sawyer, our live stream operators today, a great team. Karen for serving as our greeter and usher, Annalie for serving as our worship associate today. Also, Annalie, Rachel, and Paula pulled together the beautiful branches with buds on them for our worship space. I'd like to thank Faith with our children's program, local bakery ID Eclair for donating vegan baked goods for coffee and conversation. I would like to thank Malcolm and choir for today's music. And a special note about the music today is Malcolm selected pieces that are written by women lyricists and composers. And also, I'd like to thank Jessica for all of your administrative support throughout the week. And as we pause in recognition for all of the ways you support our Throop community life, please share with me the words of gratitude that you'll find in the order of worship. With gratitude for the ministries of the church that hold us and embolden us to love the world, we bless our offering and the many gifts we share. I've been thinking a lot about that line about the ministries that hold us and embolden us. And we are living in a time of the world where people of progressive values are feeling called, are feeling emboldened to lift up our values right on the streets, in the town square, writing letters to elected officials saying, we believe in a world more beautiful and fair. And so many of you over the last couple of weeks when I've seen you and I've said, how are you doing? Really? And there's a pause. And I think you, just like me, struggle with how to answer that question today. Do I answer it and get on with my day? Or do I try to answer it in a way that's real and that honors the space that my heart and spirit and mind are in? Which for a lot of us is a heavy space. Because we're looking at the world and news feeds and in our own communities, and I keep hearing so many of us ask, how can this be happening? I can't believe it. Who are these people? Who says that's okay? Who allows it? And I know it can feel overwhelming because we're just one person, and the powers and principalities that are at work in the world feel so big and strong and overwhelming next to us. And the thing I keep reminding myself over and over and over and over and over again is that unfortunately, this is not the first time in our world. And just as I might say, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening, there are also people in my life in these pews who are like, how can you not believe it? I have experienced this my whole life. Believe it. Now you can see. And now that we can see and experience, does it mean that this is our time to burrow in, to ignore, to tune out, to wait, to leave, to maybe come back in 20, 30, whatever? No. This is our time to come together and to sing and shout and live and march our shared progressive values in the world. Now is our time. Like generations have done before us, it's our time to say, I believe in freedom, and I will not rest until it comes. Yes.
We who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes.
We who believe in freedom cannot rest.
We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes.
And so, here at the beginning of Black History Month, we are gleaning wisdom from womanist thinkers. We hear this wisdom directly from their own words. We'll begin by hearing Alice Walker, who coined the term womanism in her book, In Search of Our Mother's Gardens, Womanist Praise. Then we'll hear from two womanist Christian theologians, and we'll close with wisdom from Audre Lorde. And I thank the members from our Worship Associates group who are sharing this wisdom with us today. We begin with Alice Walker's definition of womanism that was published in 1982.
Alice Walker defines womanist. 1, from womanish, opposite of girlish, i.e. frivolous, irresponsible, not serious. A Black feminist or feminist of color. From the Black folk expression of mothers to female children, you acting womanish, i.e. like a woman. Usually referring to outrageous, audacious, courageous, or willful behavior. Wanting to know more and in greater depth than is considered good for one. Interested in grown-up doings, acting grown-up, being grown-up. Interchangeable with another Black folk expression, you trying to be grown. Responsible, in charge, serious.
2, also, a woman who loves other women sexually and/or non-sexually, appreciates and prefers women's culture, women's emotional flexibility, values tears as a natural counterbalance of laughter, and women's strength. Sometimes loves men, sexually and/or non-sexually, committed to survival and wholeness of entire people, male and female. Not as a separatist, except periodically for health. Traditionally universalist, as in, Mama, why are we brown, pink, and yellow, and our cousins are white, beige, and black? Answer, well, you know the colored race is just like a flower garden, with every color flower represented. Traditionally capable, as in, Mama, I'm walking to Canada, and I'm taking you and a bunch of other slaves with me. Reply, it wouldn't be the first time.
3, loves music, loves dance, loves the moon, loves the spirit, loves love and food and roundness, loves struggle, loves the folk, loves herself, regardless. 4, womanist is to feminist as purple is to lavender.
We who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes. We who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes.
Wisdom of Emily M. Towns, Dean of Vanderbilt University Divinity School, Professor of Womanist Ethics and Society. And as you hear Towns' words, I invite you to reflect on what in her womanist thinking is similar to our Unitarian Universalist values, and where are places where you might hear it diverge. She wrote, a key feature of womanist theology is its evolving character. From its formal beginnings in 1985 with the publication of Katie Geneva Cannon's article, The Emergence of Black Feminist Consciousness, it has developed in the following ways. An orientation to Black women's survival in an oppressive social order that is classist, racist, and sexist. A framework for interpreting and critiquing the role of the Black church. An interrogation of and critique of Black churches' appropriation of Scripture in oppressive ways. A model for Black women's organizational strength, a critique of Black social stratification, advocacy for justice-based spirituality, the inclusion of ecological concerns, a concern for healthcare, a consideration for Black sexuality, and the issue of work. Within this evolving character, womanist theology often melds theological and social scientific analysis with cultural studies, literacy studies, political economy, and often addresses public policy issues affecting African American communities.
We who believe in knowledge cannot rest. We who believe in knowledge cannot rest until it comes. We who believe in knowledge cannot rest. We who believe in knowledge cannot rest until it comes.
This is the wisdom of Cheryl A. Kirk-Duggan. Cheryl is a professor of theology and ethics at Shaw University Divinity School. She's an ordained elder in the Christian Methodist Church, an author, and a musician. She looked in the mirror. No immediate image did she see. The vastness of the horizon seemed to mock her. She could not see her reflection through the skewed lens of dominant culture. She saw nothing. A sister came along with dignity and joy and a different way of seeing. She was mesmerized. A thing she could not fathom was about to cross her path, and that incomprehensible other opened her mouth and spoke, and lovingly said, "You are somebody." She looked in the mirror again, and this time she saw, gazing back at her, a beauteous vision, nobility and peace. The empty objectiveness that was but a shadow had been replaced by her mighty image. And she heard God say, "That's good."
We who believe in goodness cannot rest. We who believe in goodness cannot rest until it comes. We who believe in goodness cannot rest. We who believe in goodness cannot rest until it comes.
Wisdom of Audre Lorde. Excerpt from Sister Outsider. We can learn to work and speak when we are afraid in the same way we have learned to work and speak when we are tired. For we have been socialized to respect fear more than our own needs for language and definition. And while we wait in silence for that final luxury of fearlessness, the weight of that silence will choke us. The fact that we are here and I speak these words is an attempt to break that silence and bridge some of those differences between us. For it is not difference which immobilizes us, but silence, and there are so many silences to be broken.
We who believe in speaking cannot rest. We who believe in speaking cannot rest until it comes. We who believe in speaking cannot rest. We who believe in speaking cannot rest until it comes. We who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes. We who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes.
We continue to sing into the promise of freedom. The musical reflection is 155. And choir and Malcolm invite you to follow along.
Circle
As you heard this morning's wisdom, did any particular word or phrase spark something within you? Did it spark curiosity to learn more? Did it spark curiosity maybe to look in our own Unitarian Universalist history and heritage, to connect in with the people who continued to circle around for freedom, even when that freedom felt impossible? Did you hear anything that sparked within you a sense that, yes, I will keep on moving forward in these days to come? I'm going to invite you all to spend a few minutes in reflection, either with someone on the pew near you, or for those of you that appreciate going inward, to just silently reflect on your own. You know who you are, and one of you's laughing at me right now. And if you're someone who prefers to reflect in a more solitude, you could just kind of put your hands over your heart and close your eyes as a signal that you're doing exactly what you need to do right now. And so the invitation is for you as a way to connect with people in the room, to just turn gently to them and to share something that sparked your curiosity in the words you heard today, something that perhaps made you want to go deeper, or a word that gave you some inspiration for the days to come. So turn and connect with your people. and into the last notes of that music and the last breaths of your sharing with one another. We hold gratitude for womanist wisdom, both for the words that found their way onto a page in publication and for the wisdom that has lived through people's experiences and touched the lives of family, friends, communities. We hold gratitude for womanist struggles for survival, for a womanist spirituality of resistance, a reclaiming of sacred text, for breaking silence. We hold gratitude for all of the womanists who bring to the forefront the unity of knower and known. May their words guide us into the rest of today and our week, and we sing into that sense of unity with our closing hymn, We'll Build a Land, number 121. And we've reshaped some of the words to be more inclusive. We've moved from brothers and sisters to people united. And so I encourage you to sing People United at that time in the song.
We'll build a land where we bind up the broken. We'll build a land where the captives go free, where the oil of gladness dissolves all mourning. Oh, we'll build a promised land that can be. Come build a land where people united, anointed by God, may then create peace, where justice shall roll down like waters, and peace like an ever-flowing stream. We'll build a land where we bring the good tidings, all the afflicted and all those who mourn, and we'll give them garlands instead of ashes. Oh, we'll build a land where peace is born. Come build a land where people united, anointed by God, may they create peace, where justice shall roll down like waters, and peace like an ever-flowing stream. We'll build a land building up ancient cities, raising devastations of old, restoring ruins of generations. Oh, we'll build a land of people so bold. Come build a land where people united, anointed by God, may then create peace, where justice shall roll down like waters, and peace like an ever-flowing stream. Come build a land where the mantles of praises resound from spirits once faint and once weak, where the oaks of righteousness stand her people. Oh, come build a land, my people we seek. Come build a land where people united, anointed by God, may then create peace, where justice shall roll down like waters, and peace like an ever-flowing stream. Come build a land where people united, anointed by God, may then create peace, and justice shall roll down like waters, and peace like an ever-flowing stream.
Take the hand or shoulder of someone near you. The flames from our chalice and candles have been extinguished. We carry their light with us, and you all be an emboldened people who are anointed by the Spirit to go out and create peace love you all. Go out and love the world. Amen, and blessed be.